Good morning. Who's in the chat? Let's chat Tuesday. Good morning. I'm feeling a little wild today. Got my little cheetah print on. Who's here? Let's see. Good morning, everyone. We'll just wait for a few more people to come in. I know we probably won't have a whole lot of people today because it is starting to get very busy for a lot of people. Hi, Fonda. Hey, friend. How you doing, friend? I need to see you, Fonda. We need to hang out. Fonda, are you drinking some coffee with me today? Hi, Sire. Good morning. I am drinking a chai black tea this morning. What are you guys drinking? What type of, are you tea, coffee? What are we feeling today? I hate to admit this. I had to switch to tea because it is only, 10 o'clock, and I've already had 2 cups of coffee already. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have a little tea. I'm doing a lot already. But I have been up since, I think, like 4 o'clock this morning. So, yeah, that's why I had the coffee. Hi, Marlo! What you doing? Hey, Marlo! Did you see my post yesterday, Marlo? Ooh, I need some extra push to the finish line. Yes, go, go, go. Thank you for watching. I'm so glad you guys are here because I thought with it being, we'll go ahead and get started. It's just going to be really quick, guys. But I thought with it being election time, and it's the 2020 presidential election, it is the 59th quadrennial presidential election. I thought we'd have some discussion about the the election process, voting, voter suppression. What have you seen? What are your thoughts? How do you feel about the mail-in ballots, the absentee ballots? Just want to get the chat going. Now, we don't really want to talk about actual candidates because this is really not the right forum, I don't think, for that. And we only have 20 minutes. And I know you guys know that if we start that talk, we're going to be going like all day long, right? So who has already voted? Who has stood in line and has voted already? I want to see some conversation going. Okay, so Marlo said early voting was great. So Marlo, how long did you wait in the line? And he said already voted, no issues. So how long was the line? Did you feel like you waited a long time? Did you guys hear about, he said 30, 40 minutes. Yeah, that's no big deal, right? That's awesome. Did you all hear about someone, a lot of people actually had to wait like 11 hours or 12 hours in some states. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that that's of voter suppression? Like, what do you think about having to go vote and then having to wait 11 hours? That is crazy. I was like, oh my God. I got so scared for our voting experience. I asked my daughter, I said, should we take folding chairs? We were just like trying to figure that out real quick. So Sire says he's en route to the polls right now. Awesome, Sire. Go ahead and get it done. Get it done. So everyone, let's just talk a little bit about what have you seen in the news, or what have you heard about? Maybe some people have other family members that live out of state or live here, or, maybe in Georgia or out of state or somewhere else. what have you seen that, or also what are your viewpoints regarding the mail-in ballots? Should they be tallied, up to the day of election and, counted for the day of election, or should it be regarding postmarked, if it's post dated, and postmarked the date of the election, should they still be counted? Hi, Amira. Okay, so now Amira said hi, Mom. Okay, so let me tell y'all about our little voting blunder. Okay, so I have this vision in my mind, right, with my 19-year-old daughter, that my daughter, my mother, and we're going to have this, 3-generation experience of voting together, right, for the first time. So I messaged the night before my mother and my daughter. I'm like, hey, guys, what's up? Are we voting tomorrow or what? My mom doesn't see it, or I don't know if she saw it late or what happened, but the next morning, this was last week, the next morning I texted them like, hey guys, what's up? Are we voting together or what? She's like, already here. And I'm like, this little busy bee, she's already, she's like, I'm going to go ahead and vote. I'm going to go ahead and vote already. So she's at the polls that morning and she's like, I'm going to just go ahead and get it done. So she waits about an hour. Hey, Kiki. She waits about an hour. And Amira, feel free to chime in because I know Amira's got a lot to say about her mama. Be nice, Amira. Be nice. Hi, Avra. So my mother gets it done. She's out of there in less than an hour. So I call up Amira. I'm like, she's over at her father's. And I'm like, Amira, let's go vote. Let's get this thing done. She's like, okay, Mom. So we don't know what we're in for because my mother went so early in the morning. I'm like, let's just go to her, where she voted, her precinct, because it's like not that far from my house. Jump in the car. We stop. We get food just in case because we don't know what we're up against, right? And we get there. Everybody, I'm just telling my little story about what happened with my voting, but I want you guys to all chime in. Who's voted already? Who has plans to go voting? What was your experience like with voting? So we get to the precinct. We're standing in line. The line is like all the way out the door, all the way down to the next building. I mean, it's like crazy, crazy line, right? We're in line, and my mother calls us, and she's like, where are you guys at? And we're like, we're voting. We thought we were going to have the 3-generation experience, but, you waited, you went ahead and got it done. So she's like, whatever. So she pops up on us, and she's like, we're going to have this experience. I'm just going to social distance and talk to you guys through the line. So we have a good time and we're just talking to our neighbors. And that was another thing. Everybody was socially distanced. So that's why the line was really, really crazy long, but it was going pretty fast. We go through the line. Avra FaceTimes us. We're just having a ball, whatever. We get to all the way up. An hour later, we get all the way up to inside the building where we are supposed to vote. And Amira, what happened? I'm sorry to say this. We were at the wrong precinct. So Amira was really annoyed because, she was like, I got homework to do. I can't be standing in line all day. So it was just like, I thought that I could go to any precinct in the area because I didn't think that all the precincts were open because it was early voting. And so anyway, I had to basically go to another precinct. Amira's going to do her mail-in ballot. I think that's what she's going to do, but she's not going to mail it in. She's going to fill it out and drop it because she had a lot of homework to do that day. So that was our experience. So we were in the wrong line. Tell me, guys, let's have a conversation about this. What has been your experience? Avra, I know you voted already. How long did you wait in the line? She was in her line near her home when we were voting. Marlo said only 30 to 40 minutes. He was in and out, so that was perfect for him. What are you guys thinking about voter suppression? What have you seen? What's going on? So Avra said 45 minutes. Okay, good. Now, I was thinking about this. I was like, wow, I'm so glad I went to do early voting because I don't know if I would have made that same error and mistake and would have gone to the wrong poll. Let's say I was thinking hypothetically, what if I went to the wrong poll, on election day, standing in line like a crazy line, right? Because who knows what's going to happen on election day. And then Average said they tell you how long before you even go. Okay. So how do they do that? What do you mean, online? They give you a wait time, or what do you mean by that? So I was thinking, what if I went to the wrong poll on election day and had to drive back across town to another poll and wait in line? And what if I didn't make it, in time? I was just thinking about all these different scenarios where I was just like, oh my God, honestly, this has been said to be the most important election of our lifetime, right? So it's basically like you got to do what you got to do, I believe, to vote early, to secure your vote, to know that it is done. Check, get that off your plate, get that out of your mind. And so Aver says they tell you how long before you even go. Oh, okay, so she said online. So yeah, I just was thinking about, I wanted to get the message out to people. Don't wait till the last minute to go vote. Get it done. Let your voice be heard. Understand that this, like I said, is one of the most important elections of our life. Voter suppression, I know that they were having a lot of discussion. In Pennsylvania, they were trying to stop the, basically have it where, you could only, once you voted that day or the mail-in ballots came in that day, they would cut it off, but they declined that. And so I've just been trying to listen to, everything that's been going on. So everyone here, I was looking at the comments. So Sire said he's on his way to vote now. So I just wonder how long, are the lines longer now, or are they, a little bit speeding the process up a little bit? I will say for me, once I got to the second location, I still had to wait probably another hour, but I felt like it was easy breezy, no big deal. So hi Sadiqua. So Sadiqua, we are talking about voting, early voting and just the voting process in general. Have you voted yet? So everyone here, we're just talking about voting. What are some concerns that you may have? We're not really talking about the actual candidates, because like I said, we could go on and on and on about, who we want to vote for and the candidates and that sort of thing. I am looking so wild. I put on my little cheetah print, So we're just talking about, so Sadiqa, have you voted yet? And if you have, I think I saw that you voted. How was your process? How was the process in your area? Was it easy? Did you feel like you were up against, all these obstacles that you had to cross, or, we're just going through. So Marlo said he voted already, and Marlo said he didn't have any issues. It was 30 to 40 minutes in and out. And let me see. So yeah, everyone, and I know Kim has been out on vacation, so she probably has not voted. Yeah, I'm not sure. So yeah, guys, chime in. Let's talk. Let's chat. So yeah, Kiki says she hasn't yet. I pretty much figured that. But yeah, let's have a conversation, guys. So Sire says, thank God for early voting. Without it, with all the closing of so many vote locations, voting would be impossible. Absolutely. And I just think it's so just one of those things, like, you just can't believe, like, this is a election year, right? And with the pandemic and everything that's going on, it's like, man, what else do we have to go through? It's just been a lot in 2020, right? Okay, so Kiki Cooper, this is interesting. So Kiki Cooper too says, I think that either way it goes, there will be a recount. That's very interesting. It's probably, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be some little tricky business going on. I don't know quite what it's going to be. I mean, we're 2 weeks away. Early voting ends the 30th of October. I think it's the 30th. So that's 10 days away. So there's just a lot going on right now in the world. We're trying to get through this pandemic, and then now we have voting and the 59th quadrennial presidential election happening right now. So it's just very interesting. I've been really trying to stay away from politics or like the political talk with friends and even with my shows and that sort of thing, because it's just not my area of expertise, and it's just a lot of that is just opinion based. It's just your personal choice, and I feel like everyone has their right to vote and their choice and who they want, the candidates that they want to select to represent them, and no one has the right to tell someone else, oh, you should vote for this person or that person or whatever. But I will say, I believe everyone should vote, period. No matter who your candidate of choice is, or, I just think about that all the time, because I remember conversations, in previous years or previous, just standing around and you're talking with someone and they're complaining about the government and they just want to do this and that and da-da-da, and you go, oh, well, okay, well, who did you vote for? Who did you vote for? And they're like, oh, I didn't get a chance to vote that day, or I didn't vote. I didn't know who I really wanted, so I didn't vote for anyone, and I didn't like any of the and you're like, oh, you wasted your vote and you want to sit here and complain to me? Are you kidding me? Because I'm just, and you hear that story enough with all these excuses, but I don't think that's happening this year. People are taking it very seriously, and everyone I know, even though we don't really discuss the candidates, everyone knows this is super important. Like, Sire said, unless you're voting for the other guy, don't do it, Sire. Don't do it. Melanie's, hi, Melanie's. So Melanie's, for anyone who is just joined, hey guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel too. I always forget to say that. Please subscribe to my channel, you guys, and I really appreciate y'all joining me. Hi, Sylvia. So we are just discussing, and we're having coffee. My mouth just runs like this, guys. So by the time I get my coffee or my tea, it's cold. Thank you, Sylvia. I know you got a lot going on, girl. You are a superstar. My friend Sylvia just joined us, but she's got a show that she's, moderating and doing in like an hour. So I know I didn't even expect you to join us, Sylvia. But so Melanie, I was just wondering if, who has voted already, who's already voted. What has your experience been? What are your thoughts? I feel like everyone here is a little bit shy to say what they really feel. But listen, guys, a part of being, a connection and being from diverse backgrounds is we have to know how to voice our opinions and, really, kind of understand, oh, this is a good point or that's a good point. That's why I said we don't have to discuss actual candidates. But if you want to talk about how you feel about the process and how things are being handled and that sort of thing, go for it. This is the place to do it, right? Let's chat Tuesdays. So let's see. Sadiqa says, yes, I voted last Tuesday. We got lucky with a pop-up voting truck. What? That is an awesome idea. I didn't even know that existed. Let's see, right up the street from our house, and it took about 30 minutes. They let everyone 75 and over skip the lines, and that was amazing. Wait a minute, Sadiqa. Okay, I don't know. I mean, guys, I'm the first one to say I'm not watching the news around the clock. I just don't, sit in front of the TV. But a pop-up voting truck, who else has heard of this? And you guys, I don't know that I would, I don't know about that. Same, but I didn't even, honestly, I didn't trust the mailing system either. I was like, I'm standing in line. I'm going to an official building because I didn't know a truck existed that would come into your name, how. So what made that truck look legit? Like, who was that truck owned by? And, I have so many questions about this truck, Sadiqa. And I mean, like, did you know, you said you got lucky with a pop-up truck? Like, that's pretty cool. But I'm just like, I have a lot of questions about this truck. Yes. Okay. I'm not alone. Thank you. I was feeling a little, like I'm not trusting the universe or whatever. Okay. So Melanie says, scared to trust that one. Need more info on that one. Yes. Sadiqa, we love you, girl. We love you. We need a little more information on the truck. Do you have pictures of the truck? Was it like an official rolling voting precinct? Like, I need to understand a little bit more about this voting truck and who it was run by and who was driving it. Bye, Kiki. So Kiki says she has to jump off and hit her spin class. Hey, I already got my work in for this morning. So I already did that. So I checked that off my list. But guys, yeah, love you, Kiki. So yeah, Sadiqa, I hope you're typing because Melanie and I have a lot of questions about this voting truck. This pop-up voting truck. That's very interesting. It's a clever idea, but with this election, she said, I know, crazy, right? With this election being such an important one, and there's so many things that are happening right now, all across the world, and of course in our country, that I'm not certain about these new ideas, I would say, because for me, it's just not the time for new ideas. Like, I need to know tried and true. I'm going to stand in the line at the precinct. I'm going to put, and that's why I didn't do a mail-in ballot or, nothing like that, because I was like, I'm going in, I'm going to show them my license, I'm going to get my ballot, I'm going to get my card, I'm going to the machine, I'm punching in my selection, and then I am dropping that ballot in that locked up container that looks like a trash bin or whatever, and then I'm out the door. Like, I need it to be as close to the standard procedure as normal for me with this election, because I'm not playing any games. I am so on it. Like, my daughter, my son, who is 17, hi Stacy. Hey Stacy, if you want to chime in, we're talking about, and this is just a casual talk. Yes, Stacy. So she said voted in person. Yes. Sadiqa, we're still waiting on some more comments, honey, from you, and a lot more information, because we need some more explanation for this pop-up voting truck. Stacy, did you know about a pop-up voting truck? I've never heard of such a thing. Let's see. Melanie says, be careful with the drop boxes. Someone set one on fire and burned all of the ballots. Do you mean the drop boxes where you come in and you bring your mail-in ballot? Stacy said, nope, don't trust it. So Sadiqa, how did you verify? This is my biggest question about that pop-up truck, honestly. How did you verify it? What did you see with this pop-up truck that you said, okay, this is legit? Tell me more about this pop-up truck. And guys, we're only going to be on for another 5 minutes because I want to keep these pretty short. Because it's just like a check-in. Let's all chat and let's just kind of connect with each other, because, world is so crazy right now. And for all of you that are just joining, I asked a couple of questions at the beginning of the show. I wanted to see what are your thoughts regarding this year's election, the 2020 presidential election, the 59th quadrennial presidential election is what it is. What are your thoughts regarding the voting process, early voting? What do you see voter suppression? If so, what are your your opinions towards how the election process is going on right now? Let's see. So Melanie said the outside drop box. So she said, be careful with the outside drop boxes because some are being set on fire. And that's your vote right there. It's on fire. It's up in flames. So Stacy said, a hot mess. I just pray that the country doesn't erupt in chaos after the election. Now that is a mouthful, actually, Stacey, because that's actually, somebody was saying to me, I think it was maybe one of my kids or something. They said, so Stacey said her process was smooth, but I live in North Fulton County, so no problems up here. Yeah. So one of my kids, someone I was talking to said, oh my God, I think it's going to be, if this candidate wins, I'm kind of scared for what's going to happen, and out in the world and this and that's just going to be so much violence. And I was like, I think that's kind of coming either way. Like, it's just, people are so divided right now, and that's why, even though, like, I know it takes a lot out of you guys to stop your day just to come on here and chat, or just to come on here and just like be supportive even, of this show. But what I'm trying to do is build community. And instead of the division and constantly talking about how we're different and different opinions and different this and that, I just want to create connection and have inclusion and have us all from different backgrounds, different races, different, political views, all come together every week and say, hey guys, we're here, we're all together. And no matter what's going on in the world, the pandemic, the virus, the elections, the organizations that are created to divide, we're here connected. That's my goal. That's what I want. That's why I do even my show on Thursday nights, because I'm like, whatever I can do to create a bond, a sisterhood, a community out of love, right? Love for ourselves and love for others. That's my mission. That's what I want. So no matter what the work is I have to do, no matter, what I have to do, I am walking in that and walking in my purpose, because that's my passion in life, is to connect people. That's just, I've always been, my teachers in high school, and in middle school too, they call me the bridge. Later on, even this past year, this woman was saying something to me and she said, you're a world bridger. And I was like, what? And I was like, I heard a bridge before. With a world bridge. She said, yeah, you bridge the gap. You bridge different worlds and different people together. So that's kind of cool. But okay. Sadiqa, thank you for getting back to us on this. All right. So Sadiqa says, yes, they do. I have a lot of them. Let me see. But we miss them all the time. What was she saying? The news announces it and everything. Very legit. I checked their credentials and signs. I think she says, she's maybe saying photos. Because I said, did you have photos? Did you like, what's your proof, right? Or what's the credentials, the credibility? So she's saying that I checked their credentials and signs. All right. So Stacy said, yes, there's no win. It's going to be a mess either way. It's already a mess, right? And so we're just kind of like, oh, brace yourself, everybody. Just, be safe. And, I would just suggest everybody go do early voting, because you don't know what chaos is going to break out, on election day. And, it's already so much going on now. And Sadiqa said, I took pictures of everything. Yes, Sadiqa. Hey, listen, guys. So we're right at about 30 minutes. And I just want to give everybody the opportunity to have anything else. If you have anything else to say, this was a great little chat. I am so happy to see everybody and just, just have a moment of do a woosah. We just gonna chat and talk, and hopefully we'll be able to see each other soon. So Melanie says, fear mongering is voter suppression. No early voting for me. Now November 3rd, can't wait. So Melanie, okay, so you're not gonna do early voting. So what time do you plan to go to the the precinct where you're voting? When are you gonna go? Because what if you have to stand in like a 10-hour line? Like, what are you gonna do? Stacy said when she went to vote, she wore a very aggressive shirt. So no problems here. All right, Stacy, send me a picture of that shirt, girl. I want to see what you had had on. I had on a cute little shirt too, but it was saying something about AIDS and HIV awareness from a walk. And Congressman Lewis quote. So I just wanted to represent in some way. Wish I had like I had a voting shirt too, but just it said your vote, your voice, or whatever. But I wore that another time. So, but listen, guys, I appreciate y'all, and I want to make like a little announcement for before we leave, before we go. And Melanie, I was asking you, what are you planning to do as far as are you going early on election day? Because she's waiting. Melanie said fear mongering is voter suppression. No early voting for me. November 3rd, can't wait. So she's gonna go on the day of, on election day, so she can make her voice heard. So Sadiqa said they are trying to create fear with everyone, but keep the faith and trust and believe. Absolutely. Choose faith over fear. Remember, that is always should be, prominent on your mind, constantly, consistently on your mind. Choose faith over fear. My thing with voting early is I wanted to get it done. I wanted to say, no matter what, I went to 2 different precincts and stood in line. I started out the process earlier that day. I didn't get home till that night because I was like, I'm getting it done today. I'm set out on a mission and I accomplished that mission that same day. So Melanie said, absolutely not. I will wait with security. So she's absolutely not that you're going to go early or... And Stacey said 100%. That's right. We got to trust and believe. And we got to always think positive, right? That's always the main thing. Think positive. Know that your voice is powerful, and your vote is powerful. So that's why it's like, get out there and vote. And I think people really got that message this year. Like, if they didn't get it, they're getting it. They're understanding how important this election is. Let me make this one announcement, guys, and then we're going to cut out. And I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all know how much I love y'all. And I'm so grateful. I am so grateful that we have this opportunity and God just made this technology where we can talk and chat and, just y'all can sit like in my bedroom with me and just we can have a fun conversation. I could drink tea. This is amazing, right? Life is good. I want to tell you guys this. So this Thursday, the Radiant Faces Beauty and Self-Love Show is going to come on at 6 o'clock p.m. We typically come on at 7 o'clock p.m., but we are going to come on at 6 o'clock p.m. because the last presidential debate is airing at 7 o'clock p.m. on Thursday. So I definitely want to watch that debate, and I know y'all do too. And so we're going to get our show done real quick and be done and, out of there before 7 o'clock. But so it's going to be at 6 o'clock p.m. I hope that you all will join me. And you don't want to miss this show. And let me tell you why. The fabulous, fabulous celebrity chef, author, mindfulness goddess, Lisa Washington is going to be on the show Thursday night at 6 o'clock. She is going to be doing some fabulous... she's going to do a grounding with us. She is giving us, she's giving us all of Lisa. I'm so honored. I'm so thankful that she's going to come on the show. She's doing a grounding. She's doing a meditation. She's doing a very mindfully deep conversation with me. You guys are going to love her. She's yoga. She's everything mindfulness. And her, cuisines and her, cooking is amazing. She's going to talk a little bit about that, but she's going to come back in December and show us like a really simple holiday dessert, right? In December. And I just want you guys, to come, watch the show on Thursday night at 6:00, because you are going to be in for such a special treat with Lisa Washington. So Stacy said, Lisa, do you know Lisa? That is my I call Lisa my spirit animal, right? That's typically my spirit animal, the beautiful butterfly, right? Because I love a story of transformation. But Lisa Washington, she is my spirit animal in human form, right? So anyway, you guys, please join me for the Radiant Faces Beauty and Self-Love Show this Thursday night in 2 days at 6:00 p.m., right? Thank y'all so much for joining me today. I love y'all so much. Please subscribe to my channel and click the notification so you can be notified when I come on live. And I love y'all so much. Have an amazing, amazing day. Bye, guys.